Hello, everyone, everywhere. This is Bob Thibodeau with the Kingdom Crossroads podcast, and you are listening to the Going North podcast with my good friend Don Brightman. Be sure to subscribe to his podcast so you will not miss any of the upcoming episodes, and be blessed in all that you do.
So Happy and Grateful, written by Antonio T. Smith Jr., is life-changing. We are an unhappy people and we make unhappy decisions. But he teaches us that if we take on the responsibility of our happiness, if we look at happiness and gratitude as our duty, as our responsibility, as our birthright, we can't help but to have a prosperous life. Go buy So Happy and Grateful by Antonio T. Smith Jr. You won't be disappointed.
And today on the Going North podcast, we're back at you again with a returning guest. That's right, a returning guest, baby, that's right. They say it's so good you have to come back twice because she's one of the all-star originals from the original 8 upload back in September 2017, our wonderful licensed social worker, speaker, faith motivator, and the Gladys of all trades, the one and only Gladys Peaches Kenney. That's right. And she's been doing so many things, baby, so many things. It's almost like a Bible scroll length of stuff she's been doing, baby. That's right. Yes, indeed. That's right. The cancer survivor is back in town as one of the wonderful, illustrious authors being featured in the Wonder Woman's History Month of March, baby, because she likes to march, baby. I ain't just talking about Usher marching church, but I'm just talking about marching, period. So how you feeling, Peaches? How you feeling?
I am feeling great. You are hilarious, and thank you, Dominic, for having me back as a guest. I so appreciate it, and it's awesome that you are celebrating this during Women's Month. We rock. We do, and I'm excited to be back on. You are hilarious. I hope I can stop smiling. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Can't stop, won't stop. Bad jokes for all seasons and seasonings. That's right. Yes, it is. How's it feel? Over a year.
It feels great. There's just been a lot of things happening. I have one thing I was like, Dominic, please don't bring me back on until I'm doing some other moving and shaking things. And a lot has happened since we've been on. 2 more books have been published and more doors have been opening. So I am definitely excited and know that even more is in store for me. And then for me to be an impact to the community, just making a difference is what I'm definitely about, encouraging and inspiring people to pursue their dreams.
Oh, yeah. Pursue those dreams, baby. That's right. That's right, indeed. It's like a guy with a shirt that says dreams on it and you're chasing them, right? Oh, stop.
I can't.
But it gets better. It gets better. You got 2 magical books. So what inspired the other 2 books?
Well, the first book, Stepping Out on Faith, Dare to Dream book and workbook. So that makes that 2. What inspired the other ones? The third one is I Rise, Stories of Triumph. And it's an anthology in which my chapter is talking about overcoming toxic relationships and letting you know, don't abort, your destiny awaits you. And the purpose of that was to let folks know that despite of things that we've done, because I don't know about you, but everyone has some skeletons in their closet and may have some things that they have done that they had shame about and definitely don't, may have tried to take those things to the grave. But God has let me know that despite of some of the things that I know I've done personally that I did not want to share or expose, but God let me know that, listen, I want you to share what I've delivered you from, what you've been set free from, to let other people know, like, they're seeing my glory now, but they don't know the challenging times behind the story that comes with it. And once they hear about some of those things, they'll be inspired to know that despite of how ugly their past may have been, God is a redeeming God, and you don't have to abort your destiny. You don't have to give up, and also, again, you don't have to be connected in toxic relationships. So you can rise. You can rise, or I rise from trials and to triumph. And the last one that just came out, whoop, whoop, it is called Set Apart and Chosen. And that's another anthology in which my chapter talks about basically coming off of mute and speaking and sharing and knowing the value and the power of your voice. Because for so long, I know that for myself personally and other people, sometimes they hide behind their feelings, they hide behind their thoughts because they don't think they're good enough. And I experienced that and I know what that's like. But now that God has truly renewed me, given me a whole new mindset, new beginning, I am definitely open to sharing my story and then inspiring other people to share, tell their story, use your voice for purpose. Use your voice to set other people free. Use your voice to speak loud and speak proud. So those were the things behind these last two books, and it's all like a whole little theme of stepping out on faith, because it definitely is taking faith to be able to move forward in anything that you do as you're pursuing your dreams and your goals and what have you. So I'm really excited, and the thing about it is the best is still yet to come. This is just the tip of the iceberg of what's gonna happen for me, but I know things can happen for you as well. So be encouraged.
Oh, yeah, with an I in. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So some skeletons out the closet, huh?
Yes, 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 yes. Folks will be shocked.
So Halloween's coming early, huh?
Ah!
Oh, yeah. The trolling session is just starting. It's great. Right. Yes, indeed. So what's been keeping you motivated? Because some folks, they may just publish one book and stop, but you decided to take I guess, in some ways it may be easier, but a not so easy route of actually being a co-author in a book series. So what led to that path of the whole book publishing process?
Well, what led to being a co-author is, I would say that my first two books, well, the first book I did just all by myself pretty much, aside from, I mean, I did have a small team to try to assist me with the self-publishing. That took a lot of work, but I just need you to know, even though it took a lot of work, please know that it is doable, it's possible, and I've learned a lot in the process. I just pretty much wanted to it was just certain stories that were inside of me that I just wanted to get out. And when I saw the different people who were doing different anthologies, and they're based on the themes that they had, based on what they were thinking about, and it's all God centered, I thought that it was easier to just do my portion and make a small investment. And I just found that portion a little bit easier than taking the time that it took to write my first book. I just found that a lot easier. That was part of it. And then it's knowing, for those who are inspired to write a book, or mainly write a book, just know that that is a alternative route to be a co-author, to at least get officially published. Because I will say that once you become a published author, it opens so many doors. It becomes like a ticket. It becomes as if you're like considered like an expert in a particular area, and it opens so many different doors. So that is an alternative route to writing and sharing you may have a book of poems or different short stories. That is an alternative route if you can connect with somebody who's doing a book project, or collaboration, or anthology is the official term. So definitely want to shed that light as well.
So poetry, will there be a Peaches poetry series coming soon?
Not a Peaches poetry series. However, there will be a daily devotional that'll be coming soon. I definitely would have the word peaches in the title, but I'm not going to give it all the way. But there definitely will be a daily devotional definitely coming soon. That's something I've been working on actually for quite a few years. And I look forward to sharing that with you guys, but just not yet. But just stay tuned and keep on following. Just keep on following.
Like a Twitter follower. There we go. That's right. The Daily Peach. Sweet wisdom. That's right.
Yes, yes. Let me add that little nugget. I think I may already have. I have the word sweet in there. I don't know if I had the word wisdom. Thanks, Dominic. See, iron sharpens iron. I love it.
Oh, yeah. Just like an ironing board. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, indeed. That's right. Where the deed is in. That's right. It's going to be a peach tree. 365 peaches. That's right.
I don't know if that's gonna make it to the podcast. I don't know what's gonna make it to the podcast. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, the good Lord is good. That's right indeed. So what's been your biggest lesson so far since publishing the first book? Because a lot of folks forget about the marketing piece after they put out the book, at least the first one anyway.
Right. Well, one of my biggest lessons that I learned is that there are actual strategies to publishing and marketing your book, to monetize from your book, different lessons. That's one of my biggest lessons that I learned. And just to, yes, that's just basically one of my biggest lessons. Have a list of different things that I would mind sharing if you would like.
Oh, sharing is caring.
Okay. What I didn't know initially was that when you know that you're writing and you've already started, I would definitely now that I look back and now that I've done it, what I would do differently is I would inform my audience 3 to 6 months prior to, even as you're writing, say, hey guys, just stay tuned. I got a book coming out. You can give an idea of the topic. If you don't have your book cover, that's fine, but definitely put it out there 3 to 6 months in advance. Start letting people have that buzz and like, hey, oh my gosh, whatever your name is, they got a book. Oh, she's working on a book. And it's just adds some excitement. Give them a few teasers. That could be a juicy nugget. That could be tips of the book. And third, post different content about your book. So if you are a social media person, or you're emailing your audience or people who are following you, provide them with some content that kind of goes or follows the content within your book. And that would be a way of building up momentum as you are about to produce your book. So the fourth thing I would say, the last 2 weeks, flood social media, personal contacts, I guess your email, as you're letting them know, hey, we're only like 2 weeks away from our book being published, or I'm taking pre-sale orders, those type of things, just to let them know that the book is really close to coming out. And then the day of release, everybody's already excited. They've been hearing about it, receiving different teasers and nuggets, and they're ready to read your book. So definitely put it out there. And definitely one thing that I did not realize, and at the time when I first published, was tell everyone, listen, write a review on Amazon. Write a review on Amazon. That's so important. That helps you to gain recognition. And then also when you are doing those pre-marketing strategies, using those pre-marketing strategies that I just mentioned that I didn't really know about initially, it can help you to become a bestseller, in which that is definitely one of my goals. And that is another reason why you asked me earlier, why did I choose to do a part of an anthology? I wanted to connect with people who had already had obtained the best-selling status, because that means if they have obtained it, more than likely they have used strategies that I was not aware of when I initially published. My main point was, one, getting the book out, sharing my story, and inspiring and motivating people. But now that I lived and learned, I can do that and monetize and set it up and add more strategy to what you're doing. So those are my nuggets. I hope you were able to catch them all. There's about 6 of those tips that you can utilize. But I will say this, even if, let's say, I named about 6 different strategies or tips that you can use as you are preparing to write your book or work on your book, do not beat yourself on the head. It is not, even though I did not do that for the book, Stepping Out on Faith, Dare to Dream book and workbook. However, it's still not too late for you to start flooding and asking people, like people who've already written your book, have read your book. Those are things you can say, listen, do me a favor. You share some different things of, you told me how my book impacted your life. Can you write that in the email? Can you send it in a text? And as long as they give you their permission and they do that, you can copy and paste it and put in your own brand, what have you, and put the quotations to indicate that that person wrote it. You may put their first name, their initials. It's just up to you. But just don't feel like it's just null and void and there's no hope or what have you because you haven't done. So many authors have relaunched whatever they've done because, first of all, the great thing is once you publish or once you've written and published, that has opened up a door and you live and you learn. So it's not that it's all over. You get an opportunity to try again. As you know, it's a learning curve. It's a learning curve. So I would say, listen, even if you have a book that you've had on the shelf and you didn't market, it's all right. Relaunch the book. Start putting buzz back around it. Relaunch that book. Start networking. Start going to different venues, talking about your book, making connections, being open, and being a self-promoter. I think that goes down to some of my other things I was going to say. But, yes.
All right, so the 6 tips. So basically, promote the book, tell everybody about the book, get around people who've done it before.
Yeah. Yes.
What else am I missing?
Well, you added to get around people who've done it before. That's a great tip. Basically, inform your audience 3 to 6 months as you're writing. Give a few tips or teasers and juicy nuggets that kind of go together. Free post content around your book, or even if you're sending via email, post that different content. The last 2 weeks, flood social media, your personal content, emails, the day of release, put it out there, and just again inspiring people and really encouraging people to check out your book because now it's finally here because you've been talking about for so long. They're ready for the baby to arrive. And lastly, definitely once they've read your book, ask them to write a review. Write them a review. And when I say read your book, even if they have not even read the whole book, if they have just read the first couple of pages or chapters and something has spoken to them or something has inspired them to do something better or different, that's sufficient enough to just say, wow, just from picking up this book, I learned that I can do whatever I desire to do or be whatever I desire to be. Or you may have received some wisdom in the reading. So just know that, tell them it could be short and sweet, not long and drawn out, and just go for it. So, yeah, those are it.
Oh, yeah, you don't have to be long to be strong. Oh, yeah, some of the old preachers would say. That's right. Yes, indeed. Don't preach for 90 minutes when 10 minutes is enough. That's right.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if you can go for 5 hours, just go for 5 hours. Not commit all unconscious. That's right. I was messing with you. Don't do that. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So 2 magical books coming out again. That's right. In the coming weeks and the coming days. Kind of like
Yes.
an ice cream sundae, or ice cream sundaes, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, in addition to just asking for reviews and possibly bigger plans in terms of actually giving yourself more time to let folks know about it, is there anything else you would do differently if you were to publish your first book over again?
I would I would be courageous about it. I would tell myself that I could do it. I would avoid procrastinating on it, and I would set aside be more intentional on writing. Meaning I would set aside, okay, like we schedule when we're working, we schedule our hairdresser appointments, we schedule when we're working out, we schedule when it's time for meetings. So I will be more intentional with scheduling my writing so that one, you could possibly finish sooner, but then just also just being more intentional with it, and even with your word count and what have you. And so those are some other tips.
Oh, yeah, knowledge tips indeed. That's right. Some wisdom peaches. That's right.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah, some sweet wisdom peaches. There you go. That's right.
Sweet wisdom peaches. Okay, I like
Yeah,
that. I might have to coin that and give you a little credit.
that's right. MasterCard and Visa, all the credit. That's right. Yes, indeed. Right and left. Yes, indeed. Woo! So, what skills have you either picked up or sharpened since publishing your first book? Because another thing about publishing a book, it's an opportunity to develop some skills you never knew you had, or
Mhm.
possibly develop some other stuff.
Well, some of the skills that I have obtained is being a self promoter. I am one who I'm always promoting and pushing somebody else works and their talent or what have you. But when you become a published author, especially a self-published author, you have to learn to recognize your value and promoting yourself and being confident in what you've done and accomplished, and being comfortable with being uncomfortable. Because in these so my first books came out in 2016, and now it's 3 years later, almost 3 years later. I would say that there have been times when I've been in networking situations, and some of the things I knew and sometimes I didn't, but sometimes just being willing to show up and be present and being in the room and learn from other people, or watch and observe and then go forth. So being bold, being courageous, being willing to set self-promotion is key. And then I've learned to pray and trust God even the more, knowing that what God has for you is for you. God does say faith without works is dead. So we do have to step out on faith. We do have to add action to what he's telling us to do. But once you've done that portion, you've added your portion. The rest is you got to trust God, trust the process, because delays are not denials. Delays are not denials. And those are some of the main skills that I've learned. And I've learned to utilize social media. I've learned to, as I'm adding content, I'm learning some marketing strategies. And I've learned also to staff your weaknesses. So areas that are not your main strength, you might have an idea how to do something, but if it takes you more than an hour or two and you have barely tapped into the surface, that might be an area that you need to invest in and say, listen, I need to barter, I need to hire, I need to swap out services, I need help in this area. So staff your weaknesses, shine on your strengths, and those are some things that I have learned in my process of self-publishing, being a motivational speaker, being willing to network. I'm telling you, let me tell you something. Everywhere I go, 9 times out of 10, I let people know. And normally when I start off any intro or greeting, I normally start out, let me do it. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, this is Gladys Peaches, motivator, author, cancer survivor, and motivational speaker. And I am here to blah, blah, blah. Or my question is, if you're at a conference, blah, blah, blah. My question is. So I always, most of the times, introduce myself in that format. I may switch it up time to time, depending on what setting I'm in. So that's part of that self-promotion. That's part of that feeling confident and knowing who you are, because it draws attention, it empowers you, and it inspires other people, because it was like, oh wow, who is she or who is he? Oh, I need to connect with that person. So, if you're not feeling as comfortable doing those things, practice in the mirror, practice on a Zoom call with a friend, and practice. I'm telling you, I'm still just scratching the surface. This is just the beginning. So do not compare. That's another thing that I've learned. Do not compare. And I found that the only times I found myself kind of comparing and feeling like, oh man, I'm missing the mark, was when I had not taken my time to pray, get in the Word of God, and allow God to fill me up, to worship, to pray, and to fill up my own spirit. But whenever I got either quote unquote too busy for my own self, too busy for God, and really not seeking Him like I should, that's when you start, your weaknesses become more present. But when you learn to lean in God, God puts a super on your natural, and it seems like you're a superwoman or Superman. But it's not you, it's God. So definitely be sure to be humble, but yet bold in Christ.
Oh, yeah. That's right. God be like, you're too busy for me? All right, I got something for you. Boom. And you wake up as a little waffle on the plate. And a fat guy with a fork coming straight at you, and you scream, and you wake up, and it was a nightmare. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Is that gonna make the script?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
That's right. And there's a fat peach next to the waffle too. It's like, wait, I'm supposed to be the peach. What's going on now?
With whipped cream. Okay, we good. Okay. It's
Whipped cream. All right, cool. Let's add a strawberry too.
Yes.
Yeah, and some
You're making me hungry, Dominic.
Yeah. A big old fat waffle, a tasty peach, a strawberry, and some whipped cream.
Yes. Talk about it. So when you fixing it?
Get back to me on that one.
Oh my gosh, she falling short. Dom, come on now. You can't talk about it, not be about it.
But what about the bumblebees though? They'd be about it every day, right?
Oh, goodness.
Yes, indeed. That's right. And left. Yes, indeed. Well, alrighty. A new question I'd like to test out, and you're the first person to get to ask this too. So if you're called to give the last keynote speech of your life, and the entire world, literally the entire world, would hear the whole 60 minutes, and they would play the speech over for generations to come, what would that speech entail?
That speech will entail keep the faith, add action, trust the process, and keep stepping out on faith, and know that God is able to do exceedingly abundantly all that you ever asked and or think. So I have found that as I have been submitting more and more of my life to God, He has truly been answering many prayers. Yeah, there's some prayers that haven't always gone the way that I thought, but I've been a social worker, which was a childhood desire. I want to do praise dancing, and now I'm an author. I'm a speaker. I'm a trainer. I'm a community partner, and I'm an advocate. And so it's just like the sky is truly the limit. And do not set up your own limitations. Do not set your own limitations, but truly know hard work and perseverance and consistency. I'm telling you, there's nothing you can't do. And lastly, be sure to collaborate and connect with others so that you can be great, because you can't do it all by yourself. You definitely have to partner up with other people, and know that two is better than one. All right?
Oh, yeah. Two's better than one, honey bun. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, indeed. Yeah, that's right. Trust the process. Oh, yeah. When you step out on faith, make sure they stilettos. That's right. Let me stop. Oh, yes, indeed. So anything else we need to look out for those looking to
Yes,
meet you and greet you?
yes,
Protein and
yes,
all.
yes. Come and meet and greet me on March the 24th. I would be having one of my book signings. This is again the collaboration project, and I will be on the panel, so I'll be speaking, and I'm excited about that. That's March 24th. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook under Faith Steps 8, the number 8 for Instagram, and Stepping Out on Faith Dare to Dream on Facebook. And those social media panels, they actually have the different links that you can get so that you can register in order to come out to the book signing. And my other book signing for the third book, yeah, they kind of came out at different times, but the third book, story I Rise Stories of Triumph, that book signing will be held on April the 20th inside Security Square Mall in the Baltimore area, the DMV area. I'm excited about that. And I definitely do have some live interviews coming up with the Lyrics of the Heart with Carl Anderson on March the 11th, and Restoring the Village Project with Councilwoman Angela Winder Smith. I will be doing a live interview with both of them, talking about my books, talking about things I've been doing the last few years, and I am definitely excited about that. Yay. Follow me. If you're interested in getting copies of my book, you can go on my website at faithsteps8.com/book. Again, that's FAITHSTEPS, the number 8.com/books. You can check out any of my books that I've already come out with. And the two that you can get on Amazon would be the Stepping Out on Faith Dare to Dream book and workbook. And please write a review. That is definitely needed, as again, I didn't use that strategy before, but write a review if anything inspires you. I actually give away 2 free chapters of the Stepping Out on Faith Dare to Dream book and workbook, which lets you know it doesn't matter what you've been through, hardship, loss, or sickness, with God, you can pursue your dreams. That book was published within 2 days after my first surgery to remove breast cancer. So I'm a living witness of what stepping out on faith looks like, feels like, and walks like. So check those books out, send it and give it to anybody who may be experiencing cancer, going through cancer, because there's a word of inspiration in each chapter. And it's just very encouraging and inspiring. I think that's about all, but it's not really all. But I know Mr. Dominic has so many other people that he needs to interview. But I am definitely excited and happy to be on with you, Dominic. I really appreciate you. Dominic, you were always one who was very supportive and always encouraging me and introducing me to so many different people. So I definitely want to say thank you publicly. Now I'm going to let you know that I've noticed and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure indeed. Gotta support the fellow chocolate community. That's right.
Yes, you do a great job with it.
Yes, indeed. That's right. From chocolate voices to chocolate peaches. That's right. Yes, indeed. Well, there you have it, folks. Go on out there, find her on the Twitters and the Instagram, slide into her DMs for some motivation,
Yes.
some faith motivation, baby. That's right. The faith motivation, not the other type of motivation. There's multiple types of motivation.
Oh goodness. Dang. I just caught
Yep, she caught all the basketballs, baby. That's right.
that.
All the layups.
Mm, mm, mm.
Oh, I won't chain that one. That's a bad chain. But yeah, go on ahead and follow. Pick up some copies of the wonderful book. That's right.
Gift them out. Share. Give them out. Can I give one more last testimony as you step out on faith and as you rise over your past and as you learn to come off of mute and speak and know the power of your voice?
Oh, testify, sister. Testify.
All right. So I just want to testify. I do honor and I have been just started recently honoring different people who hashtag this what faith looks like, because that's the type of lifestyle that I'm living. And my last two jobs that I received, I did not apply for. They were actually, I received a call saying that they created a position for me. I was volunteering. That's another nugget I forgot to mention to you. Know the power of volunteering in servicing and supporting others. That's very key as you are stepping out on faith and as you advance and connect with those who are doing what you desire to do at a greater level so that you can learn different things from them and then also be willing to step back and lean back and give out a hand to somebody who's to somebody. You are an expert to somebody. You are an inspiration to someone. So don't feel that you're unvalued. You're not valuable. You are important to somebody. So give back. But my last two jobs, I did not apply for. I received a call for them. So that's an example of what stepping out on faith looks like. And I also just had an opportunity in February to speak at the Cancer Treatment Center in Philadelphia because I am a cancer survivor. I went for a training and I ended up donating a copy of my Stepping Out on Faith Dare to Dream book and book, just the book, not the workbook, to their library. And I had the opportunity to speak. As I was donating my book, I spoke and shared about the experience. So that was an open door. It wasn't planned. I had initially planned on doing a pop-up book signing, but because I was finishing the last two books and just life and I was too busy, I didn't get a chance to. But truly, God has a way of opening up doors for you. I'm telling you, when you step out on faith, He won't let you fail. He won't. He will not let you fail. So it was an amazing experience. I'm just excited about that. So just know that there is so much power in trusting the process. And sometimes what seems like a setback is really a setup for God to show you off to the world. So be truly encouraged. Be encouraged and know that God is able and He will use you to do it. I just want to definitely put in a shameless plug and listen here. If you are having a retreat, a conference, seminar, and you need the faith motivator, Gladys Peaches Kenney, to come and change and shift the atmosphere, encourage you, inspire you, and also give you amazing nuggets and wisdom, do be sure to email me at faithsteps8@gmail.com, or you can go to my website at gladyspeacheskenney.com for if you're interested in me being a presenter, if you're for your corporation, for your schools. I'm actually in the process of, I just started receiving new contract, doing a series on self-awareness, because with so much suicide happening and homicide, if we learn the value of ourselves and we learn the importance of who we are, then it will help eliminate a lot of negative thinking, eliminate a lot of negative actions. So I'm doing a series on teaching young people as well as teaching adults. So I do trainings on mental health because I'm a licensed social worker, and I also am inspiring and helping coach those who desire to write a book. So keep me in mind that if you are interested in those services, I am available. I am definitely available, and I will travel. We would just negotiate, but I am available to travel. I may be in the DMV area, but I love traveling and sharing and helping folks out. So that's what I do. Keep me in mind. Spread the word that you have now experienced the faith motivator, author, speaker, cancer survivor, and one who lets you know, hashtag, this is what faith looks like. So it definitely has been an honor and privilege to be on the Going North podcast, because I'm going north.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Spreading the good word of butter to all the bread. That's what I'm talking about.
All this food talk is making me hungry.
Hey there, buddy. Looks like you made it to the end of this episode. Since you made it to the end of this episode, do both of us a favor and stop being greedy. Stop it right now and share this episode with your friends and your fellow podcast lovers, especially those who have book clubs and want to listen to the authors who write some amazing books. Be sure to check out the rest of the backlog too while you're at it, and share all those too. And in order to make the rest of your week the best of your week, remember to advance others, to advance yourself.